Hello friends, welcome to Engineering Streamline. Entropy is a fascinating concept used in thermodynamics. It is often defined as a measure of disorder or randomness of a thermodynamic system and mostly discussed in terms of mathematical equations. But today we will try to shed some light on the physical meaning of entropy by considering the microscopic nature of matter. Also, we will see how to determine if a process will occur or not using entropy change. Entropy at a microscopic level can be viewed as a measure of molecular disorder or randomness. Let's understand this using the analogy of molecules of a solid and gaseous substance. The entropy of a substance is lowest in the solid phase and highest in the gas phase. But why? In solid substance, you can see that the molecules are ordered, but that's not the case for gaseous substance. In solids, molecules of a substance generally oscillate about their equilibrium positions, known as lattice vibration, to transfer energy. But the molecules do not move relative to each other. So, we can easily predict the molecular configuration of a system with good certainty by predicting the position of molecules at any instant. However, in gases, molecules move randomly, collide with each other, and keep on changing directions continuously, which makes it very difficult to predict the molecular configuration of a system at any instant. These molecular configurations at any instant are known as microstates. So, if you view microscopically any isolated system, such as closed box filled with air that appears to be in a state of equilibrium, it may exhibit high number of microstates because of the continuous motion of the molecules. Using statistical thermodynamics, relation between entropy and total number of possible microstates of a system was given by the Austrian physicist Ludwig Boltzmann as S is equal to Kb logarithm of omega. Here omega represents the number of possible microstates and Kb is the Boltzmann constant equal to 1.3806 into 10 to the power minus 23 joule per Kelvin. The total number of possible microstates is known as thermodynamic probability of a system. Now let's see which system produces a useful work, a system with high entropy or a system with low entropy. In this example, we are considering a rotating shaft. In this case, the energy of the molecules is completely organized since the molecules of the shaft are rotating in a particular direction. Using this organized energy, one can perform useful tasks such as raising a weight. So, in the absence of any friction, the process of raising a weight by rotating the shaft does not produce any entropy. Being an organized form of energy, work is free of disorder or randomness and thus free of entropy. Now, if the process is reversed by lowering the weight again comes back to its original position without causing any disorder, thus no entropy transfer. Any process that does not produce a net entropy is reversible. Therefore, energy is not degraded during this process and no potential to do work is lost. Let's look at another example. We consider a box filled with gas which is at some fixed room temperature. So gas molecules are moving slowly and randomly inside the box due to their kinetic energy. Now, if we introduce a paddle wheel inside the box which is rotating in one direction, the paddle wheel work in this case is converted to the internal energy of the gas, as evidenced by a rise in gas temperature and faster motion of molecules, creating a high level of molecular disorder in the container. Now let's consider the reverse. Can the molecules in the box rotate the paddle wheel in a single direction? Molecules in the gas phase possess a considerable amount of kinetic energy. However, we know that no matter how large kinetic energies are, the gas molecules do not rotate a paddle wheel inserted into a container and produce work. This is because the gas molecules and the energy they possess are disorganized. Probably the number of molecules trying to rotate the wheel in one direction at any instant is equal to the number of molecules that are trying to rotate it in the opposite direction, causing the wheel to remain motionless. Therefore, we cannot extract any useful work directly from disorganized energy. Therefore, energy is degraded during this process. The ability to do work is reduced, molecular disorder is produced, and associated with all this is an increase in entropy, and the process becomes irreversible. The second law of thermodynamics states that during any spontaneous process, the total entropy change for a system and its surrounding is positive. Just for knowledge, a process is spontaneous that will occur if there is no external intervention and given enough time. Let's take two metal bars, one at 100 degrees Celsius and another at 20 degrees Celsius. What will happen if we join them? If we join these two metal bars, we will see slowly the colder rod will start to get a little hot, and this process will continue until both the metal bars are at equilibrium, meaning they have the same quantity of energy or they are at the same temperature. This process of heat transfer in solids is known as conduction. As we know, solid materials consist of a lattice structure at the molecular level. So, in conduction in solids is mainly facilitated by lattice vibration, that is, molecules transfer energy by vibrating about their mean position. Also in metals, additional electrons flow also causes transfer of energy. Let's consider the cold bar to be the system and hot bar to be the surrounding. Assume each bar contains 4 molecules which can store the energy. Initially, cold bar contains 1 E amount of energy, and distribution of this energy among the 4 molecules can be in the possible 4 ways shown here. So, the cold bar has 4 possible microstates at this instant. And hot bar contains 5 E amount of energy, and the distribution of this energy among the 4 molecules can be in multiple combinations. So hot bar has 56 possible microstates. So microstates here means the possible ways the energy in the bar can be distributed among the molecules of the bar. Now at equilibrium, each bar will have 3 E amount of energy, and each bar will have 20 possible microstates. Let's use the entropy formula to calculate the total entropy of the universe. Entropy formula can also be written as shown here. Cold bar omega final is 20 and omega initial was 4. So delta S for cold bar comes out to be positive. Similarly for hot bar, omega final is 20 and omega initial was 56. So delta S for hot bar comes out to be negative. The value of delta S cold is greater than the value of delta S hot. So on addition, we can see that the total entropy of the universe is positive. Therefore, this process is feasible and will be spontaneous. Let's see if the opposite is possible or not. Now we consider heat transfer from cold to a hot bar. At equilibrium, hot body will have 6 E amount of energy and cold body will have 0 E energy. Now we calculate the entropy change for cold bar. In this case, omega final is 1 and omega initial was 4. So delta S for cold bar is negative. For hot bar, omega final is 84 and omega initial is 56. The value of delta S cold is still greater than value of delta S hot. So on addition, we can see that the entropy of the universe is negative. Therefore, this process is not feasible naturally. From this, we can conclude that the quantity of energy is always preserved during an actual process from the first law, but the quality is bound to decrease according to the second law. This decrease in quality is always accompanied by an increase in entropy. I hope you like this explanation. Kindly like and subscribe and keep looking for more videos.